What's up, guys? It's Earthly Austin here. I'm here with you guys today with another video discussing why I didn't like Naruto's ending. And a lot of it is mostly because of the prolonged, stuff with Kaguya and all this stuff. But I'm gonna get into that. And yeah. So basically, if you haven't already seen the last war arc in Naruto, or if you haven't watched the ending yet, I advise you to, because this is going to be heavily spoiled, obviously, as I'm talking about how I thought it should have ended. But the main problem that I essentially had with it was the fact that as if it wasn't already long enough with Madara's fight, in the end it had Black Zetsu take over, and basically Kaguya was back, and it was a whole nother bunch of episodes that just took way too long to end, and I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that also that in the fights it took them to multiple dimensions, which caused a lot of problems and things that just didn't make sense. Now, one of the problems that I also had was the fact that Kakashi has the Sharingan, he had the Mangekyo Sharingan, for some reason was able to spawn a perfect Susanoo, which took Sasuke years to get, which somehow, just because out of nowhere, the moment they need it, boom, he gets it. Like, it made no sense at all. I didn't like how even though ending took so long, it felt actually really rushed, in the fact that there were just a bunch of things that just didn't make sense. Another thing is the fact that Obito, having basically died, was still able to get the Jinchuriki in him, or whatever you want to say, the 10 tails in him. He became the Jinchuriki, and then I didn't like the fact that he was just okay. He was okay. Like, he was chilling. He was fine. I didn't think that made much sense. I think that Obito should have at least struggled a bit, considering that Naruto had half the Nine Tails in him, and it struggled throughout his whole life trying to gain control of it, and I think that Obito should have had a pretty hard time at least controlling it, at least in the beginning, because it made no sense how he was perfectly fine, everything just seemed super normal, having a whole 10 tails in him, which it just made no sense to me at all. Another problem that I had was the fact that Minato, which is my favorite character in the show, I didn't like that he came, and even though he had the other half of the Nine Tails, he was just automatically able to go into KCM mode. It made no sense at all. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. I think I'm sure there could have been another way. Like, he could have used the Nine Tails chakra. But I thought it was just weird how he came back and then boom, he could just use it. Which there was some places where it talked about it, and he said that he just had control of it, which I just didn't understand. I'm sure there's a good reasoning behind it, but to me, myself, from what I see, I just didn't really understand that. And yeah, I mean, personally, I know it's a pretty controversial topic, considering that so many people have their opinions about the ending. It's just, in my opinion, I just think that they could have done a lot better job on fixing the ending, because so many people were waiting for this ending, and the problem was that so many people had to watch through filler every time a new episode came out, and a lot of it was filler, because 40% of Naruto is basically filler. And so yeah, it was kind of annoying to see the fact that while it was a lot of good fights, I would have liked to see more fights, but I just feel like it was just rushed just a little bit. I thought that it would maybe have a couple more fights in there that could have made it a little bit better, and then it would have ended with Kaguya. Maybe not in a whole different dimension, but I guess it could make sense. I don't know. But yeah, in my opinion, I think that I liked the ending. The ending was good. I just think that it could have been better for how long they took. I think they could have done a better job, in my opinion. So basically, that's all for today, folks. Thank you for watching. please subscribe, hit the notification bell when I make more AMVs or even just videos like these, and hit the like button. Thank you guys so much, and have a good day.